Hi friends, welcome back to my channel and a very special welcome if you're new here. My name is Jen. I'm a certified weight loss and nutrition coach who has lost and maintained a 140-pound weight loss, and it is Friday. So we're gonna talk about life updates. We're going to talk about Lola. We're also going to talk about my weigh-in for the week. So if you're excited, give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not, turn your bell on because I do a Friday weigh-in video every week. That's my update kind of chatty video of the week. I also upload 3 to 4 additional videos each week, so make sure you're subscribed and your bell notification is turned on. Down in the description box, I will have nutrition coaching. Highly recommend those personalized macros and calories. That is what I followed to lose and also maintain my weight loss. And I am a coach, so I do offer one-on-one direct calls as well if you're interested in individual support. Links and discounts to my favorite things and my free Facebook group. Come join us. We would love to have you, are all down below for you. So let's talk about my week, some updates, my weigh-in, all the things. Happy Friday, friends. I hope you had an amazing week. I had a decent week. We had some ups and we had some downs. I had a pretty busy week as well, which I actually enjoy being busy. That's why I have so many things on my plate, sometimes too many, but I did have a overall busy, pretty good week. I did start my monthly cycle at the end of last week, so I'm just now wrapping that up, and holy moly, day 2 and 3, I had the absolute worst headache. I couldn't take enough Tylenol to get rid of the headache. It was one of those on the side, just throbbing headaches, and all I wanted to do was close my eyes. And luckily, the Tylenol did help it subside a little bit. I also increased my water intake and also had a little bit extra caffeine. Caffeine will often help decrease my headaches, but that was probably the worst part of the week, was just having those constant headaches for 2 full days. In fact, on Monday when I went to boot camp, every time I would get down on the ground or bend over to lift a weight or do a burpee, my head would just throb. I barely made it through my workout Monday, and even all day Tuesday, I had a pretty intense headache. Finally, by Wednesday, it subsided a little bit, which I was so thankful for. I'm also quite fatigued during that time, so I was a little bit extra tired this week, so I did try to have a little bit more relaxed me time, which also allowed me to spend a little bit more time with Lola. She typically likes to go to bed around noon, and so I would do my work during the morning, get a few things done, and then I would usually just work from my phone. I just sit in the bedroom with her and work from my phone, so I'm still able to get things done, but I'm there with Lola, spending time with her, which obviously is my top priority. So speaking of Lola, so number one, Lola saw her oncologist on Tuesday for her monthly appointment. It was a couple weeks later because she saw her regular vet for those treatments, so I pushed back her oncology appointment. The reason she goes in typically is just for her to give her an exam, check her lymph nodes, make sure that she's still in remission. And I really wanted to talk to her about the cyst because, like I've mentioned, I feel like the cyst has grown a lot. It is good size. I know we've already aspirated it. It came back pretty much inconclusive. I will say that it is still not affecting Lola at all. It doesn't affect her eating or drinking or her quality of life. So I don't know still 100% what it is. Is it fatty? Is it not fatty? And like I mentioned before, the only way to truly know is to have it removed. So that is a conversation that I had with her oncologist before that I wanted to have with her oncologist again this week. I also wanted to run by her the eating situation because Lola has not had any dog food in 2.5 weeks. She won't eat any dog food. She'll actually eat very little people food. I even made her some ground beef, just put it on a plate and she wouldn't eat it. Now she will eat treats, but the treats that she chooses to eat vary every single day. And she typically likes one treat one day and not a treat another day. So we go through all the treats in the cabinet every single day to figure out which one she wants to eat, but at least that way she's getting in some nutrients, she's getting in some calories. Now she is drinking water, she does sleep a lot, which is associated with age, and also I'm sure her kidney disease I know can also cause the dog to be a little bit more tired and fatigued. On Monday, and you'll saw it in Wednesdays what I eat in a day, I couldn't get her to eat anything all day long. I finally, at 4:30 p.m., got her to eat some dog treats, and she ate a lot of them. But I added up the calories and it was only maybe 450 calories all day long. And Lola typically needs around 900. So I'm worried about weight loss due to not getting in enough calories. My really good friend Jackie actually recommended this gel. I'll pop a picture here on the screen for you. It is basically a high calorie gel for dogs and cats who aren't eating enough. And it's in a syringe, so you just put it in their mouth, and it's supposed to deliver them the calories and the nutrients and minerals that maybe they're missing. So I actually ordered that off of Amazon. It's due to arrive today. So we're gonna try that, and maybe that'll at least help her get calories in. And also, in addition to that, she's just not getting the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients from treats as she would from dog food. So I'm hoping that that also helps with the calories as well as those vitamins and minerals. She also pretty regularly has diarrhea, and I don't know if that's due to all the treats that she eats, and those treats change up all the time. Is that what's leading to the diarrhea? And one other thing I mentioned before is that she seems to be a little off kilter a lot, especially if she's laying down for a while. And I'm not really letting her jump up and down off the bed anymore. I'm picking her up, and I kind of have to hold her when I put her on the ground and just let her get her bearings, let her get her balance. Otherwise, she's kind of off kilter. So there's a lot that I wanted to talk about with the oncologist this week. Troy and Palmer actually came with us because now, as Lola's getting older too, she's just not comfortable in the front seat of my car. She used to sit on my lap, and she doesn't do that anymore. And she just can't get comfortable in the front seat. It's not big enough for her to be able to lay down. So I've been having Troy come with me whenever I take Lola in the car, and then I sit in the back seat with her, and that allows her to kind of lay down and sprawl out. So lots to talk about with the oncologist this last Tuesday. I'm still waiting on some updates and some results of things. Now, if I have those at the filming of this video, if I happen to get those before I edit today's video, I will pop up here on the screen what the updates were, what the results were of her oncology appointment. But to be honest with you, I'm really glad this appointment came when it came, because she's definitely exhibiting signs of getting older and maybe some signs of things to be a little bit more concerned about. And I know that she's obviously going to slow down as she gets older. That is to be expected. But I mean, it's still hard for me to see. And I feel like with Lola, there's just these little things that I'm starting to pick up on, that I'm starting to see that cause concern. And I just want to run those by her oncologist. And her local vet, who I love, is right up the street from us. It's about maybe a 10-minute drive, 10-15 minute drive. So I can always take her there. But the oncologist, because she knows Lola inside and out, and she's the one that's been measuring and monitoring her cyst, I was just glad that she had her appointment this week and that I could get some answers on some things. I will let you guys know how that gel works. Like I said, it is due to arrive today. I was reading the reviews, and a lot of people were saying that it saved my cat's life, my dog's life, by giving them calories. And then some people said their animal took it with no hesitation, no issues, and other people said it was hard to administer. But I would assume because it's in a syringe, we could just squirt it in. And then what we do when we give her pills is we put the pills in her mouth and we just kind of hold her mouth shut, and she'll swallow them. So we're gonna try it. I mean, I will try anything to try to help regulate everything with Lola and get her in her calories. But man, is it hard to see when your dog gets older. And it's hard to see her just, I don't want to say decline, but get older. And I'm just even more and more grateful for every day, every minute with her. I'm so glad I have not been traveling. I'm just glad that I've been able to be close by with Lola. And even with my friend Amy coming in November, I think the things that we're gonna do during the day together, I'll still be close to home just in case. And we'll be spending some time here. Amy loves Palmer and Lola, so she's gonna wanna spend some time with them too. But this is really hard. I was actually telling the girls at boot camp that having a puppy's hard, but having a senior dog, in my opinion, is way harder. It's way less harder emotionally because it's so up and down and you really don't know what to expect. And I feel like as a senior animal, cat, dog, whatever it is, I feel like the decline process happens rather quickly, and that's really hard to see. And I just dread that. I just have this ongoing anticipatory grief for 3 years since Lola was diagnosed with lymphoma. I also worry about that coming back. It's just a constant worry. And I will also say that it is a very, very, very time consuming. Try to figure out how to get her pills. what food she's gonna eat, taking her out to go to the bathroom, getting her up and down off the bed. And listen, I will gladly spend my time doing it, but it is also very time consuming. I can't imagine having a 9-to-5 job where I'm not home all day long, because I feel like I would have to take all this time off to take care of her. So I'm very blessed that I'm able to be home with her. Between YouTube and Bomb Party, that we're all done at home. It's just hard. It's been really hard. So I'll obviously keep you guys updated on all of that as we learn more in the future. Palmer's good. Troy's good. His heels are feeling better. I think it was overuse. I just think he was on his feet too much. And with Troy's medical conditions, he really can't sit, stand, or walk for very long. It's really, really hard on his body. And he seems to be better in the area of his heels. He's actually been able to go out and do a few things with his dad, which has been really nice. So those two are doing great. I'm doing pretty well overall. For me, it's mental. I just have this ongoing mental, emotional instability with everything going on with Lola, and just being really busy in general. I feel like takes my mind off of things, but also can add to the feeling of being a little bit overwhelmed. So the three of us are doing fairly decent, and Lola actually is doing well. I'm so in tune with her. I just notice any type of change with her, whether it's good or bad. I actually missed my workout this last Saturday. That was when I started my cycle, and I was not feeling well on Saturday either. Saturday, I was just tired and uncomfortable, and I do Bomb Party on Saturday and Sunday for 6 to 7 hours, 8 hours. So I did take that day off of working out just so that I could relax and make sure that I felt better for my party. And I'm actually really glad that I did that. And then Sunday, I meal prep and is a rest day for me. But I did get back to my regular workouts Monday. I've been doing my regular workouts since, and I'll be going to the gym tomorrow. Sometimes we just have to listen to our body. We have to listen. And listen, 5 days a week, 4 days a week of workouts is enough for me. I'm really glad that I have the 2 rest days now. I definitely need those. So I did miss that one workout, but I've been very consistent ever since. And that's one of those things where we just have to listen to our bodies. I am in maintenance, so I am shooting for around 2,000 to 2,500 calories a day. I base that primarily on hunger, and on days that I work out, I'm typically more hungry, especially days that I go to the gym and lift weights. I'm typically more hungry, and I do allow myself my treat meal every single weekend. We actually had pizza this last weekend, so I feel like I've been doing good overall food wise, and thank goodness my cycle is ending. And when I stepped on the scale today, I am down 0.4 pounds. And because I'm in maintenance, my goal is to maintain. So any small fluctuation up or down, I consider that a maintenance, especially 0.4 pounds. That's really nothing of a gain. Last week when I was starting my cycle, I'm assuming that's just from wrapping that up. Things are getting back to normal. So 0.4 down for the week. I will go ahead and pop up here on the screen how much weight I've lost total, how much weight I lost this week, that 0.4 pounds, as well as my current weight. So I am in my maintenance window. I do like to typically be between about 185 and 195. That is a good maintenance range for me. I am in that window. I'm feeling really good overall. I'm sure all the added stress that I have in my life is affecting my weight loss affecting my weight in the loss mode. I typically don't eat as much when I'm stressed or sad, and it's been a lot, as you know, the last few weeks, but I'm gonna take that as a win, take that as a maintenance, especially as we move into the holiday season. I know it gets a little bit harder to lose and maintain our weight, so I'm just gonna focus on maintain, not gain throughout the last couple months of the year. Let me know how your week was. How was your weigh-in? What's going on in your life? Fill me in down below. And if you enjoyed today's video, give it a big, huge thumbs up. Thank you guys again for your support for Lola, all your kind words, all your suggestions. Thank you for watching my videos. It definitely helps support my family using my links. Thank you as always. And I will see you in tomorrow's grocery haul. Bye.